Today we can see about random module, functions which are included in random module. The first function is random. There is no argument for that random function. This random function will generate a random number between 0 and 1. It generates a random number between 0 and 1. Each time when you run that program or run that code, you will get different output. You can't expect the same output. It's randomly generating the number. So the first function is random. First you have to import random module. So random. I'm going to give an alias name for random function, that is R. R is a capital R is acting as the alias name for the module random. Now see that I can write print R dot random. No argument, empty bracket, R dot random. See, it will generate the random numbers between 0 and 1. Random number. Run this program, you can see the answer. So this is the random number that is generated. 0. I told you it's between 0 and 1. So 0.39 is the random number. When you run the same code again, don't expect the same answer. It is randomly generating the number. So you will get another answer. See, it is 0.1. Again, when you run the same program, you will get another answer. So it is 0.16. It is randomly generating the numbers between 0 and 1. And the second function is randint. Second function is randint, which take two arguments. Inside the bracket, you have to give two arguments, and one is a lower bound and another one is the upper bound. So the randint, the function is randint. Randint will generate a random number between the given range, including both upper bound and lower bound. So see that your function is randint. Randint is the function. Inside the bracket, you can give two arguments. One is lower bound and another one is upper bound. So this randint will generate a random number between this range, lower bound and upper bound, including both lower bound and upper bound. I'll show you that here. I am going to use the print statement. Print random number generated by using randint. So here randint function is working. So random number generated using randint. I am going to say randint. See here you have to use the module name R dot randint. I told you you have to all the function inside the module random. R is the alias name of the module random. So R dot randint of, say I am going to say 4,8. 4,8. Now the bracket is closed. Run this program. It will generate a random number it will generate a random number between 4 and 8. Run this program. You can say that is an integer number, not floating point number. Now you got 5. See, you got 5. Again, when you run the same program, now it is 4, including both lower bound and upper bound. Yes. Now again, when you run this program, it is 6. Try out repeatedly, you will get different answers. 8. Okay. So that is a randint function. Randint is used to generate a random number between the given range. And the next one is a range. It is similar to randint, but it will not taken the upper bound. It will not taken the upper bound. So I will show you. This is the method is range. So you can use the function as instead of randint, it is range. So I just given 4,8. So it generates a random number between 4 and 8, excluding 8. So that means 8 will not be generated. It can be 4, 5 or 6 or 7. Understood? Any number any number 4, 5, 6 or 7. It will not take the upper bound value. There is a difference between randint and rand range. Randint will include both upper bound and lower bound. Rand range will not include the upper bound. Run this program. You can see the answer. The last answer. Say it is generating 6. Again, when you run it, it is generating 7. Just repeatedly run the program and see. So there is a difference between randint and rand range. Here both upper bound and lower bound is included. Here only lower bound, upper bound is not included. Now the next function is this one. Next function is uniform. 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 It will generate a random number between the given range, but generating random number must be a floating point number or it is a decimal number. It generates the random number between 4 and 8. The generated random number will be a decimal number. Run this program 4 and 8. The last answer. See, now it is you got 4.28. Again run this program. You can see the answer as it is 5.9. Try out. So I am getting any decimal number 4.7. So between 4 and 8 you will get a decimal number. Okay. That is all about uniform. That is all about the uniform function. And there will be another function is there. Next function is shuffle. Shuffle function is used to shuffle the given list. The given list content is shuffled. And we can see how its shuffle is working here. I am going to display or create a list here. L is equal to 3, 5. This is the list that is created. And I can use R dot shuffle of L. See that the list L is shuffled. The content in the list will be changed its place. That is shuffling. So the content of the list is changed its place and it's created a new list and the content L, that new list in this is the same content. List L itself is changed its position and we can display the value print. It is print shuffled list. Shuffled list is, I can display the shuffled list here. The original list is 3, 4, 7, 8 and see the shuffled list is 3, 7, 8, 4. So what I given is 3, 4, 7, 8 and it is shuffled and you got this answer. So that is the purpose of shuffle function. So it is just changing its location. The values in the list will be changed its location, that is shuffled. And there will be one more function is there, that is choice. You can give one list as the argument for this function. And from that list, it will select any one element. Okay. So rand int, you are giving a range or you are giving lower bound and upper bound and it generates a number in between that one. Rand range also doing the same thing, but it will not take the upper bound value. But here choice, here we can give a list of values. From that list of values, it is selecting any one value. I'll run the program. I'll write the code here. It is print r dot choice, and here the list is 5, 6, 9. So this is the list. Run this program. From this list, any one element you will get it. Whatever the element you given, from that one element will be chosen. So that is a function of choice function. Run this program. The last answer you got 2. Okay. So from the given list, it is selecting 2. There is a function of choice. So these are the different functions of random module. From the exam point of view, there will be a 2-mark question from the random module. That question I will discuss here. So first see all the functions once again. The first function is random, which will generate a random number between 0 and 1. There is no argument for the function random. Second one is a randint, which has two arguments. One is lower bound and another one is upper bound. Randint will generate a random number between the lower bound and upper bound. And the third one is rand range, which is also taking two arguments. One is lower bound and upper bound. It generates a random number between lower bound and upper bound, excluding the upper bound value. And the next one is uniform, which also take two arguments, and it generates a random number, and the generated random number will be a decimal value. It will be a floating point value, which will be in between the range, the upper bound and lower bound. The generated number will be in between the range, in between the given range, or in between the given upper bound and lower bound. But the number will be a decimal value or float value. And the next one is shuffle. Shuffle is used to shuffle the given list. It's just changing the location of the element in the list. Next one is choice. From a given list, it select any one element. So there is a function of choice. Write down all this example and see here. Random, random, rand range and uniform. So here it is generate any number between 5 and 6. That means you will get a floating point number or decimal number. And here this is choice. You are giving a list as the argument, and from that list any number will be displayed. And next one is shuffle. So if you use a print statement like this, see that r dot shuffle of list. So that means if you are using a print statement like this, you will get the answer as none. It will not display the shuffled list. Here, if you are using like this, it will give you it will give you the answer as none. It will not give you the shuffled list. This will produce the output as none. Okay. Now, instead of writing like this, I can write this way. I am going to create a list this one. L is equal to list is this one. And after that, I am going to shuffle this one. So, for that, r dot shuffle of L. Now, L is shuffled and the content, new content will be written into the same list L itself. It is not returning any, that shuffle function is not returning any value. The content of the list will be shuffled and the new position and the content will be written in the same list. Now you can use a print statement here. Print L. Now you will get the shuffled list. This will give you the output as none. Means that function is not returning any value. Changes is taking place within the given list itself. After that, you can display the shuffled list. After the shuffle function execution, you can display that one. Okay. So these are the main functions of random module. Thank you, children.